Half of all the blind people in the world are people that need a 10-minute surgery. This is a direct quote from MrBeast's now infamous video 1,000 blind people see for the first time. And that should be good news, right? It is, of course, but also reveals a horrifying truth, which begins with this question. Then why are half of these people still blind? It's estimated that 90% of the world's blind population come from impoverished backgrounds. This is due to things like eye infections that can be caused by malnutrition, inadequate health and education services, poor water supply quality, and a severe lack of sanitation. For a poor person to lose their sight, that is the equivalent of losing their livelihood, the ability to work and support their families, and in many cases result in their children having to guide them around and sometimes even join the workforce. It's devastating to say the least. And yet, the surgery to fix this, as shown in MrBeast's video, apparently takes under 10 minutes, of which the materials cost $25 for each procedure. Let me say that again for dramatic effect. The materials only cost $25 US for each procedure. Why isn't everyone getting this procedure then? Well, the actual cost is much more than that. According to an article posted by Unilad, an online user calculated the average cost per eye that MrBeast had to pay, estimating a very rough $5,000. A person normally has 2 eyes, so that runs it up to about $10,000 per person. Let me put this into context. A 10-minute surgery, which involves a simple vacuum and artificial eyepiece replacement, of which, again, the materials cost $25 each, cost $10,000. Now, this number can vary for a variety of reasons, so take this estimate with a slight pinch of salt, but you also have to reason that if for a very simple procedure, millions more people would get it, right? This estimate would mean, using simple math, that the man labor required for, again, a 10-minute procedure would be $9,975. And this brings up a very important question. What should society be for? And to answer this, let's go a bit off script. To me, at least, society should be for the betterment of each individual person while also accounting for the freedoms of that person. If we as a society allow people who can't see to remain that way, which, again, is bad for the workforce and the economy, well, that's just not a very good society. And then you have insurance, which essentially is a scam for not covering these things. Which kind of brings up the problem with privatized insurance and a healthcare made for profit. Or a system made for profit, rather. Now, I want to make one thing clear. Actually, 2 things. The first one is, these doctors do mean well. You don't normally go into medicine if you don't mean well. I've read accounts of them, always loving the smiles on these people's faces. It bringing them joy to see other people's joy. So I'm not really knocking them for this. It's not really their choice that the medical care system is the way it is. I mean, the higher ups, yes, but the on-the-ground doctors, it's not really about them. Secondly, I don't know MrBeast as a person. I can't say if he's truly good or bad. Likely he is, as almost all of us are, in the middle. Gray. But what I do know is that he is very wealthy. Apparently the wealthiest content creator in the world, perhaps in history, and that he uses his wealth to help people that our world governments have failed. And yes, I do understand that some governments are not wealthy like the US, but this is a problem rooted in a healthcare system, again, that is made for profit. Something that I believe is not only wrong, but is directly responsible for stomping on the rights of the people. And as always, thank you for watching.